There we go. So we should hopefully be live now. If my computer will hurry up. Yeah, there you go. You are live. We got anybody? No.
It's not showing up. Look, it's not showing up.
Well,
oh, it's just come up on mine to say you need to watch this live. I'll click watch later. There we go.
Shit back. You'll be like, why?
Is there anyone there? Emma might as well start singing.
Right, all right, guys. Good evening. Hi. Oh, we got Lindsay on. Sarah. Darren. Everyone's popping up now. Hi. Right, guys. So tonight we have Emma back from Skinny Legs, and because we loved all her singing last time, I think she's a song for us. Hopefully. But tonight we've also got a special guest with us from Bug Realms.
Oh, I thought it was me.
I thought I was Emma, so I'm confused now.
That's fine. I'll be you and you be me.
Yeah, all right.
I'm very difficult to impersonate.
Just
The worst laugh you can
get
ever.
right.
Okay, so we've got our lottery being picked about 8 o'clock, I think it is. We've got 3 winners tonight. The first number pulled will be for a £50 Portsmouth Tarantulas. The bonus ball will be for a £50 Portsmouth Tarantulas voucher. And then the third winner that we're going to be doing is going to be done on a random names picker thing generator, whatever it is. But Alex's going to do that because I don't know what it is.
It's a wheel.
Oh, all right, Mark. All right, wait. It's a wheel.
It's only a game show.
Right.
It's only a game show.
Oh. Oh, you've got to come up with a tune now for when we do the picking the name out.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Have a little jingle.
Right. Okay then, Sam, welcome to our second live. We're trying, that's working, I'm hoping.
I can hear you.
So yeah, we just want to know, know more about you and how the world of bugs came around.
Well, it's probably started for me when I actually parted with my daughter's mum, and we lived in separate places, and I was always allergic to cats and dogs and things. My daughter's mum got a dog. She loved the dog, and I thought I'd like to have a pet for her, but I'm allergic to loads of fluffy animals. So I originally thought, oh, let's have a look into stick insects. And at the time, I only thought of your typical Indian stick insect. That's all I assumed existed, really. And then I tried to do a bit of research to make sure I do it right, and I was mesmerized by the amount of species that you can get in the hobby. Didn't even realize this kind of thing was a hobby, and it kind of just exploded from there and just went on and on and on and on.
It's gone really well for you though, hasn't it? I mean, like you said, you started off with stick insects, and now you've got so many different species of tarantulas.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite thing? Would you say that? Would you say the stick insect's still your number one thing, or?
They'll always definitely have that kind of place in my heart. I'm steering away from them a little bit now because the bramble collecting is a bit too time consuming. But I'm now going to work on very specific species and move on to more rare species. So yeah, they'll always still be my number one, I think. But obviously the tarantula hobby has got me massively hooked right now, and that's pretty much where my entire funds go. So
What about you, Emma, and you, Alex? Done any stick insects?
I had stick insects as a kid. No idea what they were. They look like sticks. Apart from that, I couldn't tell you what they were. As a kid, they're just stick insects, aren't they? They're all the same.
I've held quite a few of them at the zoo. That was always, when I was little, Mum was like, "Oh no, you're not having them." At the zoo, when they brought out like the bugs, it was the bug time. I was literally like, "We have to go there. It's my only chance." So we'd like run there, and I'd be like, "Wee!" holding them all the time. And I do like the bugs, but there was something always about spiders and tarantulas that had me hooked. But yeah, I do quite like the bugs as well, the way certain different bugs and that, and I like how different things move and that. The mantises scare me a little bit. I don't know what it is. I feel like they're staring at me. They're literally like looking me in the face, and they're like, "I can take you down." But they're beautiful. They look like flowers. So the stick insects probably haven't got the best eye to keep an eye on. I'd probably end up losing one, no doubt. Some of them are like camouflage, but you have to admire them for that, because literally that's the only way they've managed to survive. So I think they're pretty cool. I like them. I'd like to extend my collection, but obviously we're just focusing on the teas. I'm trying to encourage Lucian into more of the true spiders, but easy does it.
there's quite a big market for trees, especially lately. It would certainly be a good thing to get into, because there's a lot of people that are going for trees over tarantulas now. So certainly for a business point of view, something to really look into, because I give it another year and they'll be like hugely popular.
Yeah, I definitely think like my favorite. I mean, like a lot of people know of them, and you can get hold of them. I like the giant or weavers, especially the ones from Australia. They're so colourful. They're very easy to handle as well. Not that I'm saying handle your tarantulas and spiders, but out of the lot of them, because I love the giant wolf spider, but it's a no for holding because it's incredibly fast, and it's not like a T. It won't run forwards. It can see on its side, so it can run sideways and backwards if it needs to. So, but definitely, yeah, you've definitely got the right idea there.
Sam, have you got like a list of top 5 species for all of the inverts that you like keeping the most?
No, because that's like picking favourite children. I think tarantula-wise, though, the Pseudoclamorus gigas that was a tappy once upon a time, that will always have something in my heart, because it was the first 1 centimetre sling I raised to maturity ever. So that was great. Unfortunately, it was a male, but I did send that one off for breeding and got a few babies out of it. So that was kind of cool. I don't know, other than that. I've got really into for stick insect wise, the Phrygonistra genus, the giant. This bloody big. It's ridiculous. I would have shown you, but I can't hold internet up in the realm. So, yeah. I don't know, really. There's no kind of like set list for me, but tarantula-wise, we've said that. Stick insect-wise, we've said that. You've got to love an orchid mantis. You can't go wrong there. Like, they're not always the easiest to care for, but I finally did it. A mature female. So, was well happy with that. But other than that, I don't know. Not for me. I don't have a specific list to recommend, if I'm honest. Not for me.
No, I've got to admit, I mean, I've got mantises, I've got a scorpion now, and I've got the spiders and jumping spiders. And they're all my little babies in different kinds of ways. It is hard to pick anything. Do you think stick insects is something that you'll bring back into the realm later on?
Yeah, probably springtime, when the bramble starts reshooting and it's easier to get hold of, and you'll still have the remainder leaves from the previous year that will be strong and healthy and good for them. So I'll look into it then. But at the minute, I'm down to like 3 main species now, and I don't want any more than 5 at a time. So it's kind of really going to depend. But with these, I'm not going to keep them generation after generation. I'll be bringing on the offspring and then passing or selling on the offspring to then make space for a new species. Because with them, I get the enjoyment out of raising them and learning techniques to keep them alive, to get them to strive and so on, more than just keeping the adults. Like with the tarantulas, they're constantly, I like looking at them, I like feeding them, I like everything. But with the stick insects, for me, it's about raising. So I'd like to get up my count of different things I've managed to raise. But it's too hard to just keep that many all the time. So yeah, probably springtime I'll look into a couple more species perhaps.
Do you find that, like, I find with a lot of my tarantulas, because people always ask me, oh, I want to hold my tarantula, which breed shall I get? And we don't advise it, but we'll give them an idea. But I always warn people, be careful. Tarantulas are very characteristic. Some of them, it's a no-go. They're not happy, or some are. Do you find that with the stick insects? Do you get like a little sense of how confident they are, or what they're like?
I mean, they're still same in teas in a way that, like, they don't really care to be handled in any way, but it's less of a danger, so they can survive a fall. I wouldn't suggest letting them fall, obviously, but they've survived like being dropped by birds in the middle of the sky, and they can hit back on the trees or on the ground and carry on walking. So you've got less danger there, but you do have defensive characteristics. So there's certain species that can spray you. They can even temporarily blind you if they get you in the eye. There's some that, I mean, I've never been bitten by a tarantula in my life, right? But I've had, or with every single invert I've kept, the only one that's ever shed blood on me are different stick insects through defensive behaviors. So some have very spiny legs and they can kick you. They basically scissor kick you and it can draw blood. And I've been messed up by these things several times in my life. So you just got to depend it on species to species as well.
That's a bit scary. I didn't realize they were so, I mean, I got the idea that the mantises, because of like their hunting skills, could probably do you some damage. I suppose I never imagined stick insects, but they've got to be ready, haven't they?
Yeah, most people don't have a clue that they can do that, and a lot of it mostly is just about spines and kicking capabilities. They've got some real power behind a kick for an insect. You know, they can kick you and then have their leg actually stuck in your arm, and you've got to kind of like, oh, because it's almost like getting a fishing hook caught in your arm. If they've got a barb or anything, you're like, get out, get out, get out. You got to try and get them out without pulling a leg off. It's a bit of a nightmare, but it's all good fun.
Oh, bless
And Sam, you got
the question
got a
was
comment
it,
here from Ben's Reptile.
when's your next
When
video?
will your next video be out?
Sunday. So I upload Wednesdays and Sundays.
When are you and Kelly going to do another special? Because I think you both in the videos that you do, but when you both come together, it just works so well. I love it.
We get a lot of that, but the thing, it's been the only reason we haven't been doing them is because of lockdown. Like most of the year just gone, we've been shut indoors and things, and like as well as government guidance, my work's also very, very strict on it. So you can literally get like misconduct for hanging around with another staff member that you don't live with and things. So it's not just government guidance, it's also safety for my workplace and my job. So this is the only real reason that we very rarely have been able to actually come together for videos anymore, sadly.
But I just want to see you eat more dead crickets. Or no, it was mealworms, wasn't it?
Yeah, crickets. It's roasted crickets I had. They were all right, Ken. I've had grubs, they were horrible.
I think we all tell you were enjoying.
Yeah, crickets were nice. It's like eating crisps. Great.
I think I'd try it if they were like fried or something and that. I don't know. If it was alive, I think we watched this YouTube video, this guy, and we had to turn it off because he was eating a live tarantula, and I was just like, I can't deal with this. And like, obviously I'm upset about the tarantula, but mostly I don't understand how you can eat something that's falling in your mouth. Like, maybe fry up with a little bit of syrup and sprinkles on it, like you get in some Asian cultures. I'm up for that. Sounds good.
Yeah, they're all right when they're cooked. I wouldn't eat them live either. So we had that challenge around. Greg took part in that challenge. He's just messaged there as well. So thank you, Greg. Where they ate live locust, and I couldn't do it because I just know how disgusting feeder farms are. Like from pet shops. So if you look at where they get them, a lot of the time they're sourced in really wrong conditions and it's grim. And I thought, putting that in my mouth, let alone the wiggling, you're eating probably 1,000 different insects poo and God knows what else in that one bite. So it just I just started to do that challenge. Hello, Adam.
It's a really genuine question.
Could have said handsome.
That's what he really meant. But it's like schoolyard behaviour. He wanted to say that, but he said the opposite instead.
Doesn't want to ruin his rep.
So what's the rarest chicken that you can get?
I'll leave it to you a minute.
I don't actually know right now. I haven't done any research on anything new for a while. I can't remember how you pronounce it now. Is it Herculina, something like that. They were like the big new in the hobby type rarity thing that came last year. And I bought an adult pair, which eventually kind of just died out. And I think I might have had a baby hatch recently. I think. The problem is I had several pots and I knocked them all over one day by mistake, and some of the eggs got mixed up.
God.
And although I can identify them, when you're doing individual, like I just kind of like picked some up and thought, I can figure it out when they hatch. And now I'm just like, can I really at like an L1 stage? I don't know. So we'll have to see. Hi, Bobby.
Hopefully.
We'll have to see.
I know someone just commented about, it depends where you live and that. I don't know if you guys are finding that as well. Some of the most common tarantulas are now like discussed because of Brexit. And I presume that's going to have an effect on the bug situation as well.
Yeah, it's going to get really difficult now. Really difficult. Well, wait and see.
Fingers crossed.
What about Alex the centipede?
Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to get this lottery thing to work.
That's right. Alex the centipede's doing well. I still can't produce that video yet. I'm trying to get a feeding clip before I make that video. It's driving me mad. So I'm going to give it a little while longer, and if not, I'll just release it without a feeding clip in it. But I've got some good shots, so yeah, it's pretty cool.
You got a new lens for Christmas, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. You should see. I got a really.
Have you got the hang of it?
Huh?
Have you got the hang of using the new lens?
Oh, ish. I think I kind of get it, but I have to do it all handheld because on a tripod I just can't focus it right. But then handheld, it's juddery. But you know, you get what you're given with me. So I did get a very good shot in tomorrow's video of the foot of a tarantula, where you can see it all in detail, which is kind of cool. So I'm getting there with it. Getting there.
I'm just enjoying Adam Thomas's comment.
I can't see him unless I actually click on chat and then scroll.
What have you done, Sean?
Oh right, yeah, I've clicked it now. I can see.
I don't want to say it out loud just in case there are young people watching.
I'll read it. Centipedes are nope. Mine was nicknamed the Devil's Dick. To be fair, he's the person that created Invertepedia, so he can do what he wants.
Wait.
Sam's foot fetish is coming out. What's Sean doing?
Yeah, what's going on up here?
I don't know. I thought everything was cool this time. We almost completely lost it last time. Are you hoping it will just go up if you push?
Yeah. Oh God.
I've preferred it before.
I think it started out really good, but it kind of just, I don't know what's happened in the last. I think it's because she was trying to sort out the lottery. It went a bit downhill.
Look there.
It's quite a difficult platform, this, unless you have like a really, really strong internet connection. It's very difficult to kind of use unless it's really strong.
I'm about to do the funniest thing ever, though. It's a shame he's actually a dog on his lap, but this would have worked perfectly if he didn't. Hang on, let me just put your arms down. Let's see if I can line it up. Oh, look at his little body. I will grow up one day, I promise. I did it because he had a stick body. Get it? Stick insect, stick body. We got the delayed laughter.
Oh, all right, Kelly.
Oh God, she's
Like
here.
a proper. Like a farmer then. Right, Kelly.
Are we? Is the lottery on at 8 again? Is that what we're waiting for?
Piss.
You sounded more Bristolian than me.
Relatively, but
Yeah, I think the lottery's on at 8.
Okay, so we got a few more minutes. If anyone would like to ask their own question, get it in the little chat now. If not, we'll.
I'm sure Adam will think of it. I think we should send Kelly a link and get her on the camera as the Bug Realm Fatal Fangs champion.
I'd love to have her on here, but she does struggle also with internet connection, so you can ask her, but I don't know whether she'll accept or not. Depends if she can hold a connection where she is.
Sean can, so.
Oh, yeah, we got a really.
they're on the other side of the bridge.
Yeah, we're on the side that you have to pay to come to.
Adam said I have a question, but he hasn't said it. I'm like worried now. What is it?
Probably something ridiculous.
I just thought of something really inappropriate then. I was trying to think of something and I was
Well,
like,
he is your brother.
like, where do you stick your stick insects or something like that? I just.
His questions come up now.
Oh. Only questions directed towards Sam. Sorry, like it's not appropriate right now. There's no more bridge tolls.
Oh, why is your internet so shit? Best not be. I don't want to pay 50p or a quid to get into Plymouth. No offence, Sam.
But we're a marvellous town, city, whatever we are. I don't know, place.
Can you charge more going out?
You get to see chavs in their natural environment when you come here. It's wonderful.
I can't understand their behaviour. Maybe we should keep them and observe for a while.
This is where you see Sam's subscriber limit start to go down.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I don't think some, like, when people say like, oh, don't offend them because they might be a chav, I'm like, I don't. Do people want to be called a chav? Is that like a good thing?
Yeah. Talking of chavs, Sean, apparently Josh is waiting to be joined onto the live stream.
Oh.
Why do you have a
apologise,
question?
Josh.
You can message me anytime. You don't need to ask me a question here.
When was the last time you went on?
That was a quick snip.
A live stream about wearing a dressing gown.
Last time I went on a live stream about wearing a dressing gown. Well, it's because I sit. Look, this is a back door. The breeze comes through. It's cold. I love my dressing gown. I will always wear my dressing gown until I get a new one.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Hi.
All right, Josh.
Yes, I'm good, thank you. So when's this?
I'm just trying to get the lottery up, but I can't.
Yeah, 8 o'clock, yeah? So
Aye.
I'm a night.
It's meant to
I'm a
be.
night.
Let's have a look. YouTube.
Apparently,
Oh look, someone's giving us the lottery numbers.
I'll have to do my phone to.
Someone better check these.
is that the right number? Or
Doing
is
the
that
right
one of your numbers?
Oh, Lindsay Carroll, 48. First number she said.
We're just talking about chavs. You, Josh, entering.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Oh yeah, some.
I'm a nice chav.
A nice
So 48 was the first number, and that's Becky Telfer.
Oh!
The £30 voucher.
I like that. She's funny.
Bonus score is 20, which is Eleanor Matthews. So well done. You've got the £50 Portsmouth Tarantulas voucher. So well done. So the next one is just going to be a name generator, which is going to be done by. I've got to pull something up, haven't I?
I'll do it now if you want. If I remember how to do it.
Tree.
Can you see it? Yes,
We can add in it. It's just taking.
I can click the wheels to spin.
There we go.
No.
This is
Oh,
going crazy.
get a small clip of the audience.
MY, that's Martin Young, I think.
Yeah,
Yay!
he won a £20
No, you've got Martin Young,
voucher.
you've got a £20 Portsmouth Tarantulas voucher. I believe
Donations
so.
are very well welcome.
I'll just.
Oh, she's gone. She just left
Right.
her.
Let's sabotage this live then. What can we do?
That's it. Oh, someone's just asked her a question as well, and she's gone. Kelly, did you have a nice birthday? Shall I do an impression? Right, let me just fuck my broadband up so it's really slow. Oh, she's gone.
Hello, I'm Sian.
Ah,
Oh.
Thinks he's a dog. Look, he just.
Check him out. He's living the dream. I would get Nibs up, but he was really moody with me last time. So if anyone's wondering where he is, then he is there. And that is where he's been most of the day. Last time I forced him up. He didn't like it.
Everyone's leaving. But from 5 people to 2.
Oh no, it's probably because we did the they wanted the raffle, didn't they? Know who won. We've lost Kelly and Sam. Oh, they coming back? Where's she coming back?
Sean's back. Hello, Sean.
Come
Where'd
back.
you go?
He was asking what type.
Where we're looking?
So I'm missing.
Your little
That
pet.
is a Mediterranean certified.
Oh,
His name is Tiddles, like the tortoise from Peppa Pig. Don't ask.
I think everyone just cut out a little bit. Oh, more. You like
Next
a
animal.
Get it too close to
Let's go
Sam.
over the door, animal. Get off the laptop.
sorry I disappeared, by the way. I had a Facebook
Sorry, guys, I'm just
notification.
updating the banners.
That's all right.
Facebook
It
notification.
kind of went at the same time that everyone, like, a few people got cut out. So we were like, me and Alex, we're gonna go.
I went to click it to scroll it off the screen, and I accidentally clicked leave, and I was like, what have I done here?
Oopsie.
The tortoise scared everybody away, didn't it?
Yeah.
I love that. I would join. I'm just right. I would join, but honestly, I can't be bothered.
No, Adam would join, but he's sat at home on call from work. So he's not allowed. That's what he means.
Rodents. They're just
No, he has definitely got a face for radio.
What about you, Sam? Like, which one out of all your collection, like all of them, like the bugs and the tarantulas and stick insects, which one's like the most difficult? Like, if you've got to rehome or feed or water, which one gives you problems?
I don't think I have a specific one. I struggle a bit more with arboreal teas though, because I don't know. I just can't quite get used to the fact they will literally go any direction. with your terrestrials, you know that they're going to go one side or another, but not necessarily up unless they've got to the edge. But these bloody arboreals, they jump and all sorts of things, aren't they? Absolutely insane sometimes. But yeah, I don't think I have to. Oh, I'll tell you what. I need to do my C. lividus soon, and that I'm petrified of rehousing just because I have not got a clue how to deal with a fossorial that already has a deep burrow.
Oh,
You've got to dig it out with your hands, like a Jack Russell on the beach.
No chance. No.
That's what Dave does. Dave Fisher digs it out.
Yeah, we tend to just take the top bit off, and then once you can sort of see a glimpse of them, you know whereabouts they are. And we're just gently using the other end of a paintbrush, just gently push some soil into them so it forces them up. I know that some people throw a lot of water down there sometimes, but that extremely stresses them out and it makes them speed up because they're worried about a flood. And that's not something you want to do, is go faster when you're trying to get them out or rehome them.
Yeah, it's a big girl as well. We're not talking like a small one. We're talking proper beast. Because I was gifted it, and at the time I didn't have anything really suitable, so I put it in something that was supposed to be a temporary home, and has become like a home for a year. It's deep enough. It's just that it's kind of a display enclosure, and I don't need to have it in a display enclosure because I never bloody see the thing, apart from occasionally a few legs at the top. So I want to get it in a more comfortable environment that's not a display enclosure, but yeah, just
Adam Thomas single-handedly destroying Sian's subscriber account with comments like that.
Yeah.
It's all good fun. I knew it would happen. My whole subscriber count of 88 people.
So Emma, when are you setting up your YouTube channel for Skinny Legs?
Oh gosh, I suppose.
Yeah.
I know, like I'm actually off. I believe I do this while doing another full-time job, but like you'd think I'd have the time, but right now basically we got stock coming in and we didn't anticipate how much stock was coming in, and we were going to do the other room up by the end of the month, but it's got to happen now. So YouTube channel maybe later. Like I don't really know what we're gonna do. I think people, like, we've got to set it up. I think people want to see, and like since the last talks and people have asked me, I said about our little rehab section, so I think people want to see that and want to know about that. Would have been really fun if we actually filmed, although I don't know if I could have had the nerve to film it. We actually had to get a very large HMAC out and rehome it. The was it today or yesterday? I can't even remember. Yesterday. And they were just nuts. Like, don't get me wrong, they're beautiful. Like, it's hard. They're so fast and they're so unpredictable. And this one literally was not budging. And I was like, any minute now, he is going to be on the ceiling. And like, luckily it went fine. It was all good. But yeah, I would like to start a channel. Hopefully I won't be put in an asylum after a few weeks of the channel going live. But it would be nice just to share information and show people what's going on. And I know that some people, you know, they are concerned about who they're buying off and that, and you know, it's nice to know where your transfers are coming from and how they're looked after and everything. And also this,
you could do sort of you could do videos when shipments come in so people know what's going to be on the store in the next week or so.
do you know what? It's funny. I've done a lot of personal, like when people have contacted me for help, I've done a lot of personal videos. Like today, we had someone who were buying stuff off and she was like, I don't know how to package in the winter. So I actually did a video on how to pack. And I was like, let's pretend this is your tea. take your tea. And it was really awful. It was like one of those Americanized, like, videos. And I was like, make sure your foil is at hand, just in case. And I was like, what am I doing? What am I saying? But yeah, so I suppose rather than spending like countless times doing individual videos and that, we could do a collective so people have a reference. It would definitely save us time. And it's always funny to put, I'll try and get Lucian in front of the camera because like he's a little bit and he likes to say all the Latin names and everything, and he likes to wind me up because he'll be like, oh, how's the la 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 la? And I'm like, which one? And he's like, you know, the one that keeps throwing its water dish at you. Oh, I know the one. That's fine. Yeah. Because I know a lot of the teas by personality. Like someone, one of the GPs the other day, and I said, oh, Messenger, this one really likes sitting in water bowls. So I put 2 in so that he's got a water bowl and a water bowl to sit in. And Lucian was like, what? And I was like, I just know these things, but I don't always know their Latin names or their technical names. I'm a bit slow on that.
So when's your stock going to be on the website then?
Oh, I know. Everyone is grabbing at us, basically, because we had a huge in shipment and we've got 2 more coming. It would just be too time consuming for Lucian. He hasn't set a day. We are having a business meeting, which means we're going to sit down this weekend. He's going to talk to me, not through his phone like this, while messaging people. And we're going to talk about we'll let everyone know when the stock goes out. It will be like the end of this month sometimes. You don't want to say when, just in case, but towards the end of the month. And we're also talking about some sort of gimmick for Valentine's Day. So that was something to be looking out for as well. But yeah, it will be up at the end of the month. I haven't got any date, I'm afraid, for you. We've got to get the room set up for our own personal teas to get them out of the way. And also for the pairs and everything. And then might actually know what we've got in stock. Sometimes I just go in that room. There's so many boxes everywhere. I don't know where I'm starting.
Fair enough. Talking of Valentine's Day, who wants to be my Valentine and buy me something? Because I'm a lonely old man.
Here we go.
Comment and subscribe.
Do you need someone to help you pair up?
No, I don't have time. Don't have time for women.
I've got a male vegan that is literally the biggest stud ever. So if you want to borrow him and have a word with him and see how he does it, like he takes nothing. He goes in there and closes and he's like, wham bam, it's my turn. He's like, bye. Anyone? Sam, you any takers? Is anyone taking you up on it?
We can auction you off if you want to.
Oh, look.
Greg.
Yeah, feel free.
Well, Greg, Jamie, they all want him. Space Angel. Go on, people. Let's see if we can get Sam someone tonight.
What about like when you do your like live stream near Valentine's Day? Like one of the prizes could be you get a free date with Sam.
Via Zoom because of COVID.
Who wouldn't want that?
Yeah, you get one like in 5 years' time when the world's safe again. It'll be great. I can't guarantee I'll still have all my teeth, but it'll be worth it.
Hey.
And if I'm taken, then I'll still go on a date. Because why not? Hey.
Do it. No cheating though. Don't listen to my vegan. He'll tell you like do as many as you can. Don't listen to him. He's naughty. I can't wait for this COVID to be lifted. I was telling
Alex, you're quiet tonight. What's going on?
I'm currently selling something on Facebook.
sorry, viewers, he's busy. He's busy doing stuff. So,
Sam needs to show off the goods before I make a bid.
You have to get me drunk for that.
Space Angel wants to know if you can be posted to Australia. Trouble is, like, the paperwork you got to fill in is quite extreme for live creatures.
Are you going to post Sam to Australia?
Live creatures like Sam. Oh my God, I'm
mystery. No, the mystery.
Wow.
The
That's
mystery
savage.
what's going to happen on your day. Ooh, he might bring bugs with him.
Or is
Not anymore, I won't.
Oh.
Oh, Karen. Karen, we've got something special we're sorting out for you later on.
Ooh.
That's
I
all I'm
don't
saying.
think I don't think anyone would do a £2.50 mystery box for you anyway.
Oh.
He gives me money. He's allowed to say what he likes about me.
Yes, disciples of the realm.
Anyone watching tonight who's a disciple of the realm? Gotta have someone. Don't know if Bobby's still on.
Adam's watching.
Honestly. Okay. So, Sam.
No.
What is Sam? What are you doing, Sam?
I think I've been haired because I've been moving around a lot of enclosures and I took out a bunch of molts by hand today and now I've got all itchy, but I wasn't itchy like until like literally now.
When I sometimes wash out or clear
They've
out
got
the
cream for that.
you can get the best thing to do is before you wash them is, I know this is going to sound really weird, but you know, like in school where you used to just put PVA glue on your hand and then
Yeah.
do that if you've got some PVA glue or something sticky, or just get some sellotape and then wash it.
Yes, Sam.
It irritates. So just, I get it on my neck a lot when we're like rehoming or putting the tarantulas into packaging. It my neck just flares up. I'm not good with it, but yeah. What can you do, eh? Really strange, isn't it? It's almost like a little rash, an irritative rash.
Yeah. Like that. I don't normally get that bad though, but it's only ever on my hands, really. Ah.
It's a good, you know, you were saying about being allergic to cats and dogs. It's probably a good thing you haven't got cats and dogs. I have to be really careful with our dog because he is a French bulldog. He suffers more than other dogs, so I've got to make sure that my hand, even if I don't feel itchy or anything, is clear before I touch him, because he will flare up like crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, like, well, I don't want to cause him any irritation because he can, with his tiny little stumpy legs, he can barely reach his head anyway to scratch it. So
Naughty.
it's all for the greater good.
Have you been manscaping? Read the last comment.
The best thing to do is to be like a cat and lick the hairs out. I'll try that next time. I'll let you know how I get on.
Have you been manscaping and giving yourself stubble rash on your hands, Sam?
Possibly.
Oh, we've been.
These comments.
Have you noticed, Alex? They're muted. It's just you and me now.
I'm still listening there.
There you go.
I reckon they're on a private call to each other.
Sam, are you mucking about?
Me? I'm
What's going
I'm discussing enclosures that I'm buying at the minute at the same time as being on here.
You're multitasking. Why don't I have that ability? I'm a lady. I'm a lady.
Emma, your cup's not as cool as it was last week.
Pardon?
The cup not as cool as last week's. It's the Rick and Morty cup.
Oh, I know. But this is quite cool. This has come all the way from Budapest. I went to a festival. So it's about peace, love, and revolution. That's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, I had to buy it. Otherwise, I couldn't have a drink. But it's kind of not a revolution when you're forced. But it was all fun and games. Buying
Right,
them.
I need coffee.
Am I
I'll be
back on
back in a
now?
second.
Oh, he's got a coffee vibe going on.
Sean's frozen again, isn't she? Or she muted?
I don't know. She was muted for a bit. I think she's not now. You with us? I think she's not.
Yeah. If you can hear me, am I moving?
Yeah.
What's that one about? You buying them from Alex?
Oh, because Sam was saying about he was looking for enclosures, and he was buying them while he was actually talking to someone about them while he was on there.
I was selling something.
Yeah, it's
It
always
is an enclosure I was selling actually, but not to Sam, and it's not for a tarantula.
yeah. It's always something we're looking at. I know that there's a lot out there. They are quite pricey, some of them, but it's getting the right ones. But I know like some of them love the glass ones and they do look fantastic. But when you have like 40 tarantulas on one shelf, like glass isn't great. It's not ideal. It may bring the whole wall down.
And also, if it's tarantulas you're not keeping, if you ever try to get a web off a glass tank, it's a pain in the ass.
It is. I know a lot of them. Like we got like these cups because we got so many that come in and they go out so quickly. We got these deli cups because they're like perfect size for like large slings. And they're great. It's like every arboreal tarantula knows that I've got to take the lid off. So they're like, I know, I'll just web over the top of it. The OBTs are great at that, but it kind of, you can peel it away gently, and then you've got a brilliant access to their web to throw the food in and that. Or oh, if only, hey, you could keep the kids in enclosures. I'm joking, obviously, but am I?
I think that's a conversation for a different day.
Right, if I can gain 500 more financial supporters, I can change all my enclosures next month. So there we go. You all need to give me money.
500.
Adam just said, have you ever...
There's the chance that unsubscribed, resubscribe again.
Oh, does that work? If you resubscribe, if you subscribe, come off, and then resubscribe, it makes your ratings go up.
Really? I don't know.
I don't know.
How many subscribers you got now, Sam?
I haven't got a clue. I don't check anymore. I look at it now and again, but I don't look at exact figures. I just look at like the next milestone. I think I'm 5,000. I don't know, 800 maybe, or 5,800 something. Yeah.
5,880.
Oh, cool. We're not that far from 6K then. That'd be pretty cool.
Apparently,
Thank you.
Reckons that if you learn to pole dance, she'll teach you. That'll get your ratings up. So how do you feel about that?
I reckon I could pole dance anyway, you know, but yeah, I'm up for learning.
I reckon if you could teach your stick insects to pole dance with you at the same time, that is your gimmick. Like, anywhere, do that.
Have, a Bug Realms OnlyFans page. Might work.
Yeah, I have considered that.
You could cover your manhood with a stick insect and take pictures.
Well, I don't think that would quite work. Oh yeah, I've got massive ones, haven't I? Yeah, that would work. Oh, are you taking your sanity? Well, I'm actually trying to talk about enclosures for your benefit right now as well, woman. So be nice.
I think that's
You're only saying that because she's not on the live. You know she'd have you.
Yeah, she would. But social distancing and all, she can't get to me.
Well, look at this. Space Angel, she's got a bearded dragon that pole dances with her. That's pretty cool. I want to see that.
Yeah, so do I.
I should get a pic of a stick insect on my heels.
Do you know what? Something that small, I reckon you could stick a fake one on. It would probably be safer. I know Sam says they can fall from a height, but trying to get a stick insect on your heel, I think maybe just get a fake one and stick it on. Just get a stick. Stick a couple of sticks on your heels. No one will know.
How can a bearded dragon pole dance with you? Imagine you do quite a lot of spinning around. You imagine to go flying across the room.
Get it to the top of the pole, overfeed it, and then slides down the pole. Adam, I think he's just here to sabotage you, Sam.
Sorry. I think there's a. Hang on 1 minute. I think there's a mouse in here. 1 second.
Take the camera with you. Oh, there's a mouse in the house.
Yeah, but he's allergic to
it. You'll see him screaming in a minute. But the lady off Tom and Jerry.
I can't find it, but it's in here somewhere. I heard it nibbling. Anyway, what were you saying?
I was saying about Adam. I think he's on here just to personally sabotage you.
Oh, that's fine. And any of my financial supporters can say what they like about me.
Emma, you're after more of them sling pots, weren't you?
I'll be nice.
Engraved lid.
With our logo on.
Yes.
Yeah,
Did you mention that in the last video?
Pardon?
Adam, the pain in the ass in the comments, is the one that made him.
Ah, I see. Oh, yeah, no, I recognise the sticker. I know, I'm dreadful. I should know the peeps. But obviously, Lucian talks to them all. I don't really know where anything's coming from, but yeah, I know. I think we've been focusing on getting the other room set up. That we do need to get stock and that all done.
I wish I was called Lucian. That's a well cool name.
There's a bit of oh, sorry, I got distracted. My dog is doing something gross. But yeah, no, it's a cool name, isn't it? I like the
Not as cool as being called Banana.
That's pretty cool, though.
Oh, look, it just popped up in the comments. Lucian Banana or Banana. Yeah, but if you do a Facebook and you get it on the videos, can you get a Banana Man suit?
Just see that. Oh no, what have you done, Alex? You caused a rift. Adam's like, I only came on here to mock Sam, and now I just got to like face my customer. Made way.
Well, now Karma's getting me the ass.
All good things happen. No. You tell him to get on the case right this moment in time, right now, and sort out your order that you want.
She bought me a banana t-shirt. Oh, shirt.
Yeah, and he hasn't even worn it. I feel like the first time he comes on this live stream, he has to wear the banana shirt. I paid money for that.
Well, he needs to book a Saturday off from delivering Chinese takeaways that come on here.
Somebody suggested a Catwoman for the next live. Do some pole dancing. Woo!
Good luck, though. I'm very rarely available. You caught me on a lucky week.
Come on.
Why is my just me on the screen?
Oh no, it is just you. What have you done?
That wasn't me.
What the
He already has
hell?
That was the runner.
What happened there?
That's my spirit animal right there.
Gotta stop him. He's wiping his bum all over the carpet. He can sit
Yeah,
on the.
definitely my spirit animal. What a lovely t-shirt, Sam. Can you see the back of it?
For God's sake, but
Yeah,
now I'm going to get
let's see the
cold.
back of it.
I don't know. Wait, I don't know if you better see. I can't see myself. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Tell us about 69, Sam.
Yeah, what's the meaning behind the t-shirt?
I haven't got a clue at all.
And which lovely people bought that for you?
Oh.
Don't be deceived, Space Angel. He may look cute, but he does nothing cute, do you? Eh?
He looks like he farts a lot.
He definitely does. He farts, he snores. Don't you? Look, he's like, don't diss me, mummy. That's very rude. These are my fans.
Oh,
Look at this. He barely moved all day. We went for a walk and that's it. He's just tired.
God, an internet.
Well, you right?
Your dog sounds just like me. Yeah, Adam frequently drags his ass across the carpet.
Come on, Adam. That's what the toilet roll is for.
There's none left in the shops. Everybody keeps buying all.
Are you guys still having that problem? That's nuts. What's wrong with people?
I've just taken to using socks now.
Nice. What, brown socks?
They were by the end of it.
What? Nibs is taking over for me because I'm, you know. There you go, Nibs. You do it. What's that? He never recognises dogs on TV, so I doubt that. Nibs, what's this?
It's licking me.
Here. Here.
Dog.
Doggy.
Sam, you have to get your ferret.
Doggy. Doggy.
We've got everything but bugs at the moment.
Doggy.
I've got a
Slip
cat.
me here.
Nibs, you my bro.
Oh,
Come on, be my bro. Come on, be my bro.
cuddle it, Sam.
I've got an even funnier cactus.
Beautiful, that cactus.
Or I can try and make an even funnier one with two. Let's see. There we go.
Are they growing stuff? You know what? I was thinking, no, don't be horrible, but I'm gonna do it. Give me a sec. You call that a cactus?
Oh, no, Sam has two little pricks.
Bloody hell.
Jesus Christ.
Sam, I think Emma's is bigger.
Wow,
Can't
it's
win
not
'em all.
worried about the size, is it, guys?
Anything's a dildo if you're brave enough, isn't that a saying?
Pricks. Yeah, they are a bit prickly.
Depends if you're going to rise to the challenge. Yeah.
Thanks, Space Angel. I do my best. I hope the dog doesn't wipe his ass on him. I did come home one day to find out that he actually ate one of the cactuses. He decided not to eat the soil, but he ate the cactus. It was a small one. And I was waiting. I waited a whole week for a really hairy poo, but it never came.
Sam's there like Neville Longbottom. The last comment from Lindsay.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Sam, if we can get you another financial supporter, will you lick the cactus? I think you just do it for fun. Sam? Go on.
I'd lick a cactus. Don't bother me. Who said that anyway? Oh, Adam. Well, it would be, wouldn't it?
Do your thing.
It doesn't count if you make a
draft a
whole
check.
new account and give me more. It has to be a new person.
So are you tied in? Are you tied into a contract if you're a financial supporter?
No, you can cancel it whenever. It's just that, like, I give
So
kind of.
Somebody wants to give Sam $1.99 and then cancel it, he will lick a cactus.
Yeah, I don't know when it actually takes the payment though. I'm not sure if it does it straight away. And I'm not sure how it works with the YouTube membership. I know with a Patreon it takes a little while, so you might have to wait. Wait till that $1.99's gone in my bank.
So you're better off doing the YouTube one because you get better. You get little stickers on the YouTube channel that Sean doesn't have.
Shame. It all helps though because I've been working it out now. So the Patreon money comes through, and I can take that no matter how much I get. But the YouTube one, it goes into my ad revenue money. So I can't always withdraw every month because I don't always make, you have to have earned a certain amount to take out from YouTube. But the more people that are going on there, it's helping me to probably almost start being able to take out every single month, which is really, really handy. But having the Patreon one is also very handy because if I don't make that threshold, I still have something each month to put back into the channel. So both methods are actually like really helpful. But if you want the cheap method, the $1.99 method, you can do that through joining YouTube membership. And we have a right laugh behind the scenes when we can, don't we? And I'm always there for private messages for them all as well. The rubbish that we talk about.
And you can name.
Yes, indeed.
You can name one of his animals by hacking into his questions.
But yeah, no one actually feel like I'm not actually here trying to make money off people. By the way, I'm not like messing around. I just want to put that out there. I'm not actually here going fishing for money. Like, you know, I don't actually care. Yeah, as long as you guys enjoy my content, that's what makes me happy. Even if you don't enjoy my content, watch it anyway because then it's all about this.
I got a question for you, Sam. What is your favourite isopod?
At the minute, probably Porceo lava, because they have like a blackish grey coloration and then they have red patches, but different ones are having different amounts of red on them. So it's a real cool kind of contrast. And I think I've got 10 of them at the minute. And I can just, every time I open that up, it's really great because not a single one looks the same as the other. It's really, really cool.
I see quite a few posts about his rubber ducky ones, and they just look insane, don't they? It's like a rhino.
They're just so much money that it's unreal. It's mental, like 20-something quid for one, and you're like, blimey.
What?
Yeah. So isopod hobby is very good money maker if you can get the care right. Imagine that buying, you might have to spend a fortune to get them in initially, but if you master the breeding of them, right, and people will buy them, they're not just an expensive thing that sits on a website for ages either. People do buy them. So you could become bloody half a millionaire just out of them if you could get it right. But it's having the initial funds in the first place, and the care and breeding's quite difficult for them. So
there you go, Emma. Have a look into isopods.
Yeah, well, I don't know if we'll get that far, but like, might be something to look for in the future. They do sound getting into the things I know they're not as like expensive as the isopods, but the dubia, once you get like your own dubia colony going and it's successful, you can sell off a small batch of them for like 25 quid. We went into Pets at Home the other day and they had some dubias in there, and there was like 5 of them in a tub for whatever, like I can't remember what it was. It was like £12 something, but half of them were dead. And I was like, wow, like that's mental. And I'm just,
terrible place.
I know, it's pretty bad. But yeah, no, they do. I did see them on a YouTube video. They look pretty cool. The bug section obviously is something we want to get into eventually. We'd like to first branch out into the scorpions, but we're trying to do a lot of breeding at the moment because of the whole situation going on that we're going to have to stay within the UK. So that's our focus at the moment.
What about six-eyed sand spiders? They seem quite popular.
Well, yeah, we've got a couple in at the moment. I don't know what's going on with those, but they are cool. You have to be careful though. Like the venom is an issue. I mean, it's not always essential, but like you are warned that if you're bitten, it's best to go to A&E because of the reaction speed of the venom. So if you do have,
is it that bad? Is it?
you can have quite a bad reaction, and unfortunately, because of the way the venom works, it can get through your bloodstream quickly. That's why you're told. But some people have very mild reactions. It's just obviously you don't want to be that one who's like, and like doesn't make it. Trust me, that would be me. But yeah, I don't think they're too bad. And like, it's not like you're holding them. I'm not going to get them. I'm not going to start rooting in the sand trying to get them out. I think some of the centipedes I think Sam's off on mic, but I think some of the centipedes, they can have quite dangerous venom, can't they? I'm not entirely, yeah. I don't know what breeds. I wouldn't really know much about that.
Shaz just cracked up. I have a comment.
I didn't glance at it. I missed the cat asshole. That's a big thing at the moment. You know, you can buy blankets with cat on them and stuff.
Yeah, I see on Facebook it's advertisement for a massive tapestry to go on your wall, and it was just a massive cat's ring piece. It's like, why? Why would anybody want a cat's ring piece on their wall?
I reckon Nibs could answer this one, couldn't you, mate? What's so good about a cat's arsehole? No comment, sorry.
Sam, I think Sam, are you talking to your mum?
Yes, I am actually.
Is he talking to you about appropriate language? Are you saying inappropriate things on camera? Oh, bless.
Got your pee for bed.
Go on, Sam, get your mum on the camera with you.
I think he turned the volume off there, and he was like, "I'm not getting involved."
I've seen her on there. I've seen her on there at Christmas.
Right, I muted it because she was making a cup of tea, and you just hear the kettle the whole time. Otherwise,
hello, Sam's mum.
Hi, Sam's
she's
mum.
waving.
Get your mum on screen.
Sorry about our crude conversations about cats' bums.
Do you know what? It's a good job I don't live with my mum, because my mum would be like this. She'd be like, "What's this? What's happening? What's my face on the camera? What?" Like, she can't even use her phone. It's not even a smart. She's literally from a different Jurassic period or something. Like, she doesn't get technology.
I love people like that, though.
It's great until somebody says like something like, you know, when you buy clothes and they're like, "Oh, can I have an email address to send your receipt?" My mum is like, it's like they just said something rude to her. She's like, "No, you cannot have an email address. I don't want to have an email address. I don't need an email address." And it's like, oh, it's fine. She'll like literally start talking about her rights as a senior to some person checkout who's just asking what she's been told, and I'm like, Just leave it, Mum. Just say I want to pay
Just
for it.
calm down, Mum. You bought a pair of socks in Matalan.
She doesn't want to know what happened in 1968, all right? Just leave her alone. It's her job.
Lucian said, Alex, show us your shelves. Is that a backhanded way of saying show us your rack? Or
Yeah. I've already seen Alex's rack, so, you know.
I've got to take the laptop with me. Ugh. There are some shelves.
If anyone was wondering, we bought these racks, so we want to know what it looks like. We want to see the finished product.
Lucian, I'll send you some private pictures of my rack later. Also, that Incy that you sent me is let me down by not webbing inside the skull, but behind the skull.
No. Yeah, but then people come out and crawl on the top of the skull, and it will be like a really great.
Well, there's a hole in the top of the skull, so it can go in the top and out the eyes. So I'm hoping it does that and webs up the eye socket.
That would be really cool.
My Sturmey's awesome.
Hey. They are really cute, those two. When I because we had two of them, we took one out, and well, I was on my own when I had to unpackage them because Lucian was at work, and I can't believe how chilled they were. I just opened up, and one of them was like, "Hello," and just sticked his lip. I was like, "Hello," and I was like, "All right, I'm here, come out."
Adam, they didn't pay for me to get some new shelves, Adam. We both ordered the same ones, and they haven't built theirs yet because Lucian likes to sit down apparently. So he wanted to see what they look like when they're built.
Don't say that. He worked so hard, bless him.
That was his words.
There's like four of them that need to. They are actually here in the living room in the boxes at the moment.
That was his words. He said, Emma doesn't like to sit down. I do, so they're not getting built till Tuesday.
Oh, bless him. I have this.
I would get mine, but IKEA are charging £40 delivery.
Emma, how far are you from Exeter?
About an hour and 10 minutes. It's kind of weird because if you're coming down towards Exeter, like you don't go all the way to Exeter, you come off onto, we haven't got the motorway where we live, it's like a link road, so you got to go along the link road. So it's like a little bit further than Exeter, but you don't have to go all the way to Exeter, you just sort of turn off into the middle of nowhere.
Is there still a Salt Rock outlet shop by your eyes?
Yes, there is.
I know there used to be.
The original Salt Rock factory in Braunton.
Yes.
That's where it all started.
I went there 9 years ago. I still got the jumper that I bought.
They're not bad, are they? I must admit, like no. I am actually wearing Salt Rock this evening, just showing off. But yeah, I'm a bit of a cheapskate. I don't know if I should admit this. I'll just buy bundles offline. 15 quid for a black bag of clothes, size 12. Thank you very much. I'll take it. I need money for tarantulas, not clothes. They don't care what I'm wearing. But yeah, we will get it sorted. It's going to be a lot of things in the other room, like storage, like all the packaging. I mean, I felt awful the other day. You know, when we started shipping again, we had all the like parcels for Christmas time and that, and there was like, I don't even know how many, nearly 40 packages or something. and we were in the post office, and you could just see how much everyone behind us hated us because they were all literally there for about 45 minutes, just going, next one. It was crazy, but yeah, all the packaging and that takes up like loads of room. So we're going to bring that down here so that we can have literally nearly half of our floor, like upstairs, tarantulas.
So when you go to the post office to send them, do you have to tell them what's in the box?
Oh yeah, like it's pretty obvious. It's quite funny. You get quite a few people. I remember once because it was so cold, we went with a private company. We don't normally go with them. They don't. The trouble is with the private companies is they won't install it and they won't guarantee next day delivery, but it's sometimes more reliable. And we sent one through that, so I had to go through another office. And the lady was like, when I handed it over, she said to me, "Ooh, why is there a spider on the front?" And I went, "Oh, it's a tarantula. There's tarantulas in there." And she went, "Ha! There's not actually though, is there?" And I went, "Yeah, there is." And she was like, "Oh my gosh!" And I was like, "They're not roaming around. Like it's not, survival of the fitness. They're all like contained. You're fine. They're not coming out." And she was just like, "I'll get the other lady." She didn't even touch the box. So like some people, when we put all the stickers like on them and everything and that, when we're waiting in the post office, some people are like, "What's in there?" Like they're all like intrigued and interested. Like Adam says, there's an Asian woman at the post office by me. She refuses to serve me when I go in there with a box. I know there's that whole connotation that you've just thrown the tarantula in with a bit of packing chips and that it's roaming free and people are like...
Just walking around the box waiting to bite his way out.
It is amusing. I must admit, like, you could never do that. It'd be so dangerous. I mean, I've sometimes got, some pots, and I'm sure some of our customers where I've seen like little teeth marks where they're trying to get out, some of them.
How do you if you was to post a big sturby, how would you post that? Because you ain't gonna fit one of them in a vial, are you?
No, some of the larger tarantulas, it depends on leg span and the body size. The styrmy is going to be very different. Like, we haven't had an adult styrmy. They're very hard to get hold of. You can get juvies. I mean, I've got a juvie Keith, and he's still pretty big, but he's not huge. They can cram up quite small, but we've had some of the trying to think of the name of it, Invertepedia, is it? They're quite big, but they have small bodies and they tuck in. So even though the males have really large, wide leg span, those containers that you usually get your crickets in or your mealworms and stuff, the nice long ones, they're perfect for them to go into and just slot in. We've got containers of all different sizes, and it depends what you're putting in. Say you're putting a PI in a container. Sometimes they won't go in. They don't want a lot of space round wise. They just want a long space. So you tend to get more the tube ones go in. But we had some geniculatas turn up the other day, and they were in those little cricket ones, and she's a fair size. She's definitely almost, I think she's going to mature soon. So she's a big size, and she fit in there. You'll be surprised.
Yeah, we got a member on Invertepedia actually messaged me about tarantulas, and I think they want a decent sized geniculata. I messaged Lucian, but he said he's going to see what he's got.
I know. We are trying to breed a lot of them at the moment and pairing them at the right time. It's a little bit more tricky, especially with everything going on. But yeah, just got to get like, and some of them, like I know, like we were doing the A Metallicas the other day, and they're tiny. We've got tiny little slings. I think they're only L2 or L3, and we have the little sling pots. But because they're quite playful and they don't want to go into a tight space, every time we tried to entice them into it, they were like, no, and just running back out again. So we kind of put them into bigger ones. I think you just gotta. We've learned a lot of it just by trying it and planning things. I'm quite like my dad. I'll think of things very practically. So from the beginning, I made this like clear tube to like coast them in, because although funnels are great, they're very open and it gives the tarantula lots of opportunity to run out. But it's kind of like, it's bringing up a lot of things in my head. It's making me think, like, Sam, about your stick insects and that and how they transport. Because I suppose getting them in, like, I suppose you've got to pad them out more, haven't you? I suppose they're not as...
They're dead easy, actually. They need space. If they're too enclosed, they just stress and die. So with them, you just use slightly bigger, but maybe more flatter containers. Or you can use like cricket tubs and things if they're really small. And then you wedge in, if they're a bramble eater, you wedge in a bramble stem with some leaves. You wrap the bottom of the stem in like wet tissue so that it stays hydrated and the plant doesn't dry out. And you just put them in and close the lid. And they'll hold on to the branches. I put a layer of tissue in as well, just one layer. And they'll hold onto the branches or onto that, and it doesn't matter if they get jumbled around a bit because they're clung on really, really well. So with them, it's about space. I have seen people try and pack them like teams before, and nearly every time they come up DOA. So they're actually pretty simple. As long as you can get that branch of a bramble wedged in, you're pretty good. Really easy.
What about the bugs? Like, say, like, I don't know, we were talking about the wood lice kinds and that. And
for them, they're really easy as well if you can get hold of moss. I think the best way to transport them is get a tub, put them in, and then just shove a load of moss in. Or maybe like a bit of egg crate as well to kind of keep it secure. And they'll just go in the cracks and things there, and you can just ship them that way.
That's
so
cool.
Sam, whilst we got Emma here, is there any teas on your wish list that she might be able to source for you?
I've just read that comment, sorry.
Yeah, I know, I was getting distracted by that. It's all right.
And it's perfectly fine for her to think that. But anyway, I don't know really. I've kind of given up on slings for a while. So trying to find juvies and adults of what I'm after is costly and harder to come by. But I want to get a few more panthos, really, and set a couple more Phomictopus, I think. It's kind of the way I'm going at the moment. But no, I haven't got anything specific I've got my eye on at the moment, really. Anything I can match with a female to male that I've already got's handy as well. So
yeah.
What about you, Alex? What are you after?
Not a lot really. I've pretty much got what everybody wanted and more.
He's not allowed anymore.
Yeah, she's putting her foot down now. But then it's space, isn't it? It's all right getting her when they're little, thinking, yeah, I can fit some more in. But what happens in 2 years' time when that tiny sling is a lot bigger?
Well, it all depends. Like, if it's a male, people get so upset about it. And I was talking to this woman, you know, she grew up a sling and it's turned out to be a male, and she's upset and she's like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, let it do what it needs to do. Like, we can help you and whatever you want to choose. but find a mate for it, match it. Like, even if, I know it sounds awful to make some money out of it, but it's just going to stay with you and die. And people are always really sad about getting a male, but in the other senses, if it's a female, you've got it for 10 years. You've got to make the space and the commitment. And obviously, if you have the female, then you have to be in action of the breeding. Whereas if you've got the male, you can send it off. And if you're not experienced with stuff like that, it can be a bit scary. But everyone always like, oh, but the male, like if your things turn out to be male, celebrate it, because one, I know it's horrible to think of a death, but it gives you the opportunity to get another tarantula that you like. And two, you might be able to breed it and either exchange or money. I think it's quite exciting when you get a male in.
Yeah, that's what I said to my missus asked me earlier, what am I going to do when they're all big? And I said, if they're males, I'd send them away to be bred from or sell them as breeding males.
This is it. I'm pretty sure, like, you know, one of my personal collection, I mean, Keith turned out, I'm pretty sure he's a boy. He might not be because he's still young, but I'm pretty sure he turned out to be a boy. But that is perfect because everybody always wants to tea sturmies. They're big, they're exciting, they're the big one, they're the Godzilla of tarantulas. So, you know, he'll fulfill what he needs to do. I was just grateful he survived, to be honest. And I've got another one, Bolt, which is a Trinidad Chevron, which, oh, he's fun, like when you need to get him out and rehome him. But I'm pretty sure he's a male because he's just rapidly growing, like so fast. But
it's the Trinidad Chevron, that's the Cambridge, isn't it?
Yeah, he's yeah, old world, fast, scary, jump any direction, blah blah blah. He's quite fun. I mean, he's called Bolt for a couple of reasons. The only time we've had to home him, he's bolted. He's a goner. But yeah, it's I think it can be exciting. Obviously, sometimes some teas don't work out and they're not the right ones for you because a lot of people impulse buy. And that's fine because you can find a new home for them, or they can go somewhere where they can breed and have a better life. And then, you know, everyone feels a bit guilty, but it's not like that tea is going to miss you. As much as I love my teas, you know, if I died, I don't expect any of them to cry. They wouldn't even notice. So, but yeah.
I miss my LP male. He was class.
I got an LP female. It was the first tea I actually bought myself. The first tea I got was Adam gave to me. I went to Adam's house and he went, "Take this with you," and it was a curly hair slate. And then I went to Entacon in Taunton, I think it was. That's where you were there, weren't you, Sam?
Yeah.
And I bought an LP, and the thing's fucking massive.
They're great. They're like people, because they're quite common and cheap, people don't really want them, but I really love them. And
mine never hides, always on display.
Did you ever see the breeding with my male? Because it wasn't on my channel. It was on.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you should watch that video. It's Mark's Tarantulas. He's.
Yes, I have watched that.
Yeah, she ate him. But it was still cracking to see. I was always gutted, but it was still a hell of a good video.
His tarantula had a name, didn't it?
Elaine,
his female LP.
Yeah, neither of us wanted to breed LPs really because we didn't want to be stuck with all the swings. But people kept saying you need to match them up. You need to match them up. So I sent him off, and I mean it might have even been successful. It looked like he got an insertion, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah. It's a shame to not have him back, but I got a big enclosure spare that I still haven't filled yet. So
time for a tea.
Yeah. Well,
Sam, can I ask you a question?
No.
What is that shadow behind you on the wall? It looks like you got some sort of ghost peering through the window.
Oh yeah, like a little hand. Is that your mum?
No. No, she's gone to sit down like an old woman. That's my brother.
I just see the shadow of like a hand popping up every now and then. It's like, what the hell's going on there?
It's where they go to smoke. See, I'm the only non-smoker now. So,
well done you. I don't know if you noticed, Alex. Lucian put up, I think you won a competition. I'm not trying to promote our business. I'll just tell everyone we do actually have a new service because we've been asked for it numerous occasions. That if you order and put on the notes that you are not allowed this, we will make up some phony competition and allow for you to receive them. This is the thing now. We're actually having to write things up. So,
Sean, did you win any competition recently?
Sorry, I'm just putting my volume back up. Yes, I won a competition. Thank you. What was it? 100
okay,
something.
Comments. I need to start reading them.
That's because Adam is a knob.
I say
just stop replying.
Get him on.
He's more than welcome, but he's not allowed. Also, I lived with him for about 17 years, so I just it just goes straight to the top of my head now.
Thanks, Sarah.
I won't need to hide what I buy. I make the decisions, frankly. I'll just text Kirsty now and ask her, right?
You can always say you're setting up a business. That's our excuse. We have to buy more teas. It's a business. It's got to be done.
Right, all winners from tonight. I've ordered your vouchers and I'll get in touch with you through Messenger what your voucher codes are.
If you want to send them all to me, then
as usual, if you want to share them with Alex.
Congratulations, guys.
Sam, why don't you enter any of our competitions?
Because I don't like you guys.
Says the one wearing our t-shirt.
No, honestly, I just don't. I stopped entering most really now because a lot of things, obviously, you get a lot of slings, and for the time being, I'm steering away from them unless they're gifted. If I had a gift of a sling, I'd be more than grateful. But to enter something with a chance of winning them, I just rather not really. I know it's a voucher, you can spend it on what you want, but like a lot of the times, a lot of things are like mystery boxes, aren't they, and stuff. Or you're sat there staring at the website for ages, and then you feel like I need to use this voucher. There's only slings I want on here, and it kind of goes from there. But yeah, that's why I ended up. The last few things I think I've won, I ended up just donating them anyway. So.
Well, if you want to do that, we're always appreciative of.
No problem to me. Yeah, you'll also have to just private message me all the time about things because I don't really follow much on social media anymore. It just winds me up. The stuff that I see all the time in this hobby just really gets me angry. So I tend to stay away from most of it. So I don't even see, even in groups I like. Because even in groups I like, there's always somebody somewhere that's got something to say. And makes me depressed. It's like the whole reason I stopped reading the newspaper years ago was because it used to depress me. And now I'm getting the same thing going on Facebook every day.
Also, Sam, I feel like you
that in the put on our group, to be honest.
I missed that. There was lots of talking at the same time.
What happened? What did you say, Sean?
Go on, Alex, say what you were going to say.
You said you need to send me some stickers, Sam. Still not got any.
Oh, yeah, I'm useless at that. Yeah, I haven't.
All right, I'll just get them.
You're actually going to pull one down.
Right. I might just send you guys my entire lot, and then you can dish them out to people you send your own to, because I can't be bothered with it all. Too much hassle.
Also, stamps are ridiculous.
I've run out of
I didn't
stamps.
realise how much stamps cost.
Yeah, it cost me 40 quid the first time I sent out stickers, I think. Ridiculous. I was just like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore.
No. You gotta send them to Space Angel now. She's offering free pole dancing classes.
I don't know what the pole dancing class is. Like, my fat ass ain't getting off onto any pole. I'll send you stickers if you message me on Facebook or Instagram.
I think I'm going to have to call it a night on my one.
Oh no, she's off.
Just go to bed. It's just the old age kicking in, isn't it?
Oh. Mate, Nibsy's only 4 and he was dead hours ago.
Oh boy, Emma's older.
I am the oldest.
No, how old Sam?
Huh?
How
He's
old
younger than me.
is he? How old are you, Sam?
I don't remember. I think I'm 32. Yeah, I'm 33 this year, I think.
So I'm the only one not in my 30s. But I'm the one with no hair.
Ha 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 ha.
Yay! Little. Sorry, I can't help it. There's this guy, he's got a really strong Irish accent in one of Lucian's meetings, and he always shouts out. They always want him to. He has to shout out every time he wants to say anything. He always goes, potato! Just, making connections and speaking before I think.
I'm 37, feel 87.
Their age in the conversations now, they're like, I'm older. Give me sympathy.
So, Adam Thomas, I believe you're 30 this year, aren't you?
Oh, you can't tell people that our ages. That's the rudest thing.
He's my older brother. I can do what I want.
I was always told when growing up, you can't say someone else's weight and you can't say someone else's age. Oh, it's just us.
Sean's gone to bed.
I don't blame her. It's getting late, bless her. The thing is, I'm a night owl, isn't it? Oh, did you want to hear my song?
Yes, sure. We do.
So, for people who don't know, when I'm like walking the dog and I'm listening to a tune, I like to be creative with the lyrics. If I've heard a song too much, I will create different lyrics to match my lifestyle. So I just want you to all get into the 50 Cent mind frame to get ready for that. I'm not really a rapper or a singer, so I'll try my best. But here we go. I'll take you to the tea shop. I'll show you all we've got. Go look at the skinny leg shop. Keep going till you got the lot. Whoa, I'll take you to the tea shop. Just looking at the slings in stock. I'll have you spending all you got. Keep going till you got the lot. Woo! Yeah, so that was me this evening, walking the dog along.
Genius.
I know.
We need you on here. You're going to have to be a regular. Every Saturday we're booking you, right, Emma?
It was Christmas time, wasn't it, Alex? I was at home and I was just singing a song and I videoed it and I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just put it up on the page. It'll be funny. We've only got like 10 viewers. And then for some reason,
I shared it.
100 people ended up seeing it and it got passed on. And I was
shared it on Invertepedia.
Yeah, then it went on Instagram. I'm pretty sure Mercedes is going to find me and sue me. So, yes, Adam, you do need plasters. I can't sing. You do need plasters for your ears. I don't know what's worse, my singing or the dog snoring. I haven't quite figured that out yet.
But I can't hear the dog.
I'm just like one of those songwriters, aren't I? I write the lyrics. I maybe shouldn't sing it, but I've got to test it out. So it's all gravy.
Do you remember that sketch of Little Britain where you write the theme tune, sing the theme tune?
That is me. Macbeth, naughty man, do, fought and killed another man, do. Just thou keep me near, I'll be so good for Scotland. Oh,
Oh, brilliant.
can't help myself.
Oh, I've got Sam's concentration face. Or is that his constipation face? He can hear us, but he can't talk.
How much it's going to cost him to have a pole installed in his house? He's like, it's going to cost me a lot of money to get this.
He's Googling how to pole dance with stick insects. Either that or his mum's in the room and she is mortified.
No, I was updating my OnlyFans.
She wasn't in the corner going, turn off that terrible rap music.
Yeah. If anybody wants a link to Sam's OnlyFans, then I'm sure we can sort one out for you all.
For just £1.99 a month.
Sponsor a child. A 32-year-old child.
He thinks he's 32.
Well, yeah, he's not sure.
Pretty sure I am.
So do you know what year you were born? Because it's pretty basic maths. We can work it out, I think.
88. 1988. But my birthday.
Yeah, you're nearly. So you're 33 in May. Yeah. Yeah, I'm right. So Emma's still the oldest, aren't you?
I am still the oldest. Unless someone older wants to join, I think I'm technically just going to be the oldest.
Space Angel said she was like 40, didn't she?
Once Nibs reaches 5, in dog years, he'll be older than me. So that'll be good. I won't be the oldest then. I reckon he's 42.
42. Are we chatting about Sam's age or Adam's waist size?
Ooh, big man dog. Oh, Lucian's video calling me. I do apologise. I just figure out how do I unmute myself?
There's a mute button. Should we try and talk to Lucian through her phone? Lucian! Lucian! Are you there? All right, baby. I can lip read. These two pricks are talking. Old. That's
Oh. She just received a filthy pic in the background.
We're just getting our free Chinese. You wanted to know what I wanted.
I'll have a Singapore chow mein with no prawns, please.
Yeah, delivery's only going to cost you about 45 quid. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine. Can I give you an IOU or a link to Sam's OnlyFans as payment?
We don't.
That's right.
Yeah, we don't accept those credits. Hopefully one day soon. That's like when we get people asking us, like, are you going to ship to the US? And we'll be like, well, it's not that we don't want to, but I don't know if they'll make it. Like, it would be a nice idea, but I know. We would love
It's
to.
a long way.
But that's out of the
I'm
question.
not even sure I'd want to go to the US in a plane.
Yeah, well, this is it. There are certain transport units that will do it. I don't know how we're going to have to look into importing. There are some. Hopefully, we can get the ones we need breeding and that. But I don't know. Poland was like a really good source for tarantulas, but that's out of the conversation. Like, that's a no-go at the moment. Like, even if the companies would. They, even though they can do it and you pay the extra money and just charge on top of it, the Polish companies just can't be bothered with Brexit right now. So they've just like jumped out. We're out. They're like, yeah, whatever. We'll just sell to the rest of the Europe. Good luck with all your crap.
Adam's comment, it's not that we don't want to, but we just don't want to.
In a nutshell, basically, it's that whole saying, I'm sorry, not sorry.
Also, if you send them abroad, that's less for us. So
yeah, exactly. Can't lose them. We need them, especially right now.
Sam, do you want to sing us a song?
What? Do I want to sing you a song?
Yeah.
Nah, not at all.
Why not?
I don't sing. You see, this is the thing. This is why people need to ship me bottles of rum, because then I'll do pretty much anything you ask me to. But sober Sam is rather boring, Sam. Or night before shows, when the shows kick back in. That's when you'll see Super Sam.
Oh,
when you're
God.
drunk and sending,
I don't know if
Sam,
I'm
sending pictures. Sam's got a habit of sending pictures, I've heard.
I do, yeah, I'm terrible.
We got so much booze for Christmas, and me and Lucian don't drink, so it's like, what we're gonna do with that? And like,
so when you're sending tarantulas out, you could have snuck a bottle of Jack Daniels in there for me.
probably well, we didn't get a bottle of, I got some gin. We could have snuck that in there, but yeah.
Keep your nasty gin.
Even I don't want it, but I think if I had a drink now, if you had a live stream where everyone had a drink, this is me normal. If you want extreme, I think it would only take one drink these days. I think I'd have one drink and I'd be.
I thought live streams were meant for drinking.
Well, I think a lot of people have been doing that during lockdown. Bless them.
Yeah, mine's empty.
I've run out of Nesquik. I've got a little bit left.
Look, it's my old logo mug. Look how tatty it used to look when I first started compared to now.
Ah.
That's the little one I made when I didn't think my channel would ever go anywhere. And then when it started picking up, I was like, oh, right, I can't have like a child's drawing looking logo anymore. So I got someone to jazz it up for me.
Oh, bless you. Oh, they're out of lockdown in Oz. Oh. We were lockdown, we just
That's because over there they dealt with it properly, unlike here.
Basically, Boris Johnson is a prick.
Oh, look, Lucian's saying, I want to see you all drunk. Lucian knows what I'm like after one drink. He thinks it's hilarious. It's not hilarious. I can't control myself.
Well, that's why we all need to meet before a show, and we're all going to get bladdered, and we're all going to do stupid stuff, and half of us are not going to make it to the show. It's going to be great.
It takes a lot of cider for me to get drunk now. Pretty sure this lockdown's made me immune to cider.
See, I'm the opposite. I haven't been drinking. I think I've had, 2 or 3 drinking sessions in any lockdown.
I've had 2 or 3 drinking sessions today.
I don't drink alone. See, that's like a rule to myself. I just don't drink when I'm on my
I don't drink alone. I've got friends in my head.
I've got these in the room. It's all right.
Yeah. Me and the tortoise have a great party.
I've actually caught the dog drinking beer before. I found that inappropriate. Little monkey. We had a house party and someone dropped their beer on the floor and he was just looking at the bottle. So I reckon the dog would probably love it. He'd probably get drunk.
So would you look to sell at shows then when they come up again?
Were you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. I'm fine. I'm used to talking to myself.
I mean, you're the one with the spider, shop. So
what are we agreeing to? What's going on?
Would you look to sell at any shows when they're all back on?
When you mean shows, do you sort of mean like
oh dear God. You need to learn. You don't understand the importance and the wonder, like the true wonder of the shows. So like the Invert shows, the BTS, C's, Entercon.
Oh, you mean sorry.
Yeah. So like Invert shows north, east, south, west. BTS is like wherever BTS is, Leamington Spa. That's the best one, in my opinion, anyway.
I suppose in my brain, because I'm technically in the day, I'm a barber. We call them association meetings. And I suppose it's because you can't really sell. You can sell your skills and like products and stuff at those things, but it's not really about selling. But like, I'd be well up for shows. I think we need to venture out of North Devon because like people think I'm a bit nuts. There's not a huge market for it around here.
Let's go to South Devon and then you can come by me and I'll buy lots.
Yeah, we'll just bring them all with, so you don't have to pay postage and packaging.
I'm going to look how far away you are from me, actually, because then when the world is safe, I could probably just come up there.
Plymouth's a funny one because the direct road from where we are is not a main road. It takes about an hour and 40 minutes. If you go via the main road, because you've got to go out and then back down, it's the same amount. It's like the same time, but it depends if you want an easy road or.
I've travelled 6 hours to shows before, so that's nothing. Like.
It's not that bad. I think it's about an hour and 40 minutes. It's not too bad. We are like at the opposite ends of Devon, but.
Entercon's in Taunton, would it? So that's not that far from you, is it? So what's that, an hour?
Taunton's really close. About an hour, if that.
Yeah, a little show, but they're still good fun. Thing is, I wouldn't do the night before antics for Taunton because it's not worth it in my money. Like the BTS.
And also, Taunton, there ain't nowhere worth going out in Taunton.
No. No, when the Brighton one, that was fantastic. The night before,
I bet it was. I bet you loved it.
Elbowed some random girl in the boob by mistake. That was great. Threw a pint glass across the dance floor by mistake. That was great. It was fantastic. And no one cares over there. They do not care. They're just happy you're having a good time.
I think Space Angel was talking about how they treat the animals at these shows. I don't know. I suppose you get a better idea. You're actually meeting the person of how they're gonna. You can have more of an interaction with them to know how they're gonna take care of the creature.
Well, yeah, I think it might be the word show. So, like, the word show is not actually what these invert shows are. They're not like a display of
exhibition
animals for entertainment. They're whatever word you just said. They're basically tables upon tables of spiders and other animals, like invertebrates, for sale. So it's all of the shops get together, they pay for a certain amount of tables. If you go to the BTS, you're looking at, well, I don't know, but over 10,000 different tarantulas you can buy in one fucking building. Excuse my language, but I get excited. Like, it's the most insane thing I've ever been to in my life.
Yeah, I went to one in Thornbury in Bristol, and it's the first show I went to, and it was massive. It was ridiculous. It was like huge halls just filled with tables.
I'm trying to think which one that one is. Where did you say it was?
It's in Thornbury in Bristol.
Thornbury. Western Invert Show?
I think it was, yeah, and it was absolutely massive.
BTS is bigger.
But it was in July. It was the
July, yeah, that'll be Western. Yeah, I've been to every Western.
And it was boiling hot, and nobody wears deodorant at shows. Just to let you know, it reeks.
Space Angel was saying she'd been to some shows in Oz and she's seen some sad things. I suppose it's all about. I can imagine there are some shows, particularly with certain things, that are all about the money. And unfortunately, you are going to meet people that are all about the money. But I suppose the thing about the shows I would probably like is I'd have a chance to tell them, because, you know, we do. You know, we always tell people to approach us with their questions, but there are some times when we get asked something, someone's ordered something and they ask something, and it puts alarm bells in our mind, and we're like, we don't want to be rude to our customers, but we need to, like when someone says something like, oh, it's a present, can I leave it in the box for a couple of weeks? And we're like, no, no, you can't, sorry. So then we feel like we have to intervene and go, have you taken one out before and stuff, and make sure. So I suppose at the shows you get that opportunity to just have, and before you go, this is a little bit about the care and concern.
Yeah, some of them do care sheets, and they're always, the traders at these places are all lovely as well. They'll make time for you. If they're a really busy stand, they have several members of staff there, and I've helped behind stands as well. I've gone behind the counter because a lot of the traders know me now. They trust me. You just walk behind their counter. It's bloody great. You see all the stock under the tables. It's awesome. And yeah, I'll have people come and ask me questions. I don't take any money off anyone because, well, I probably could walk away with it, to be fair, but I wouldn't. But I'll sit there and I'll have a chat with people. They're all pretty good. And companies love YouTubers as well because we promote them. So yeah, they're quite happy for. You'll always find a YouTuber near a stand. Like if you're a YouTube fan at these invert shows in the UK, you'll definitely have at least a handful of them at each one, and you'll always find them either in a smoking area or by certain traders, and they'll all talk to you and they'll all help the customer as well. I mean, which show was it? I can't remember which show it was. I was Spider-Man at one of the shows, going around giving the sweets to the kids, which was really, really weird.
Great.
Isn't that against your Or police order, Sam.
No, it used to be Tarantula Dan's job because obviously he's very close with the people that run them. So they would pay for his outfit thing, but he was unable to attend these ones, so they just basically lumped it on me. Put this on, walk around with a bucket of sweets, give it to the kids. It was really, really surreal and quite creepy. So I kept taking it off, and they were like, "Kids are looking for you." I'm like, "I don't care. I'm here to buy animals. I'm not here to entertain your children." And there was actually people on their Facebook posts later that evening going, "We tried looking for Spider-Man for a photo and we couldn't find him." And I was like,
Oh God.
Pay me and I'll do it. But
I think that's the good thing about it as well with the shows. I suppose you get to meet other people and because we've tried to promote on Facebook to people that we want them to come to us even if they don't buy from us, if you've got a problem. Because I think when you ask someone in the business, they know other people, and we can ask around and we can find out, because some of the introverts, there's research and we know a lot, but it's not all like 100% set in ground, and we learn stuff every day about them, so it's good, and we can spread the knowledge and find things out. And we've always told our customers as well, keep in contact with us, tell us how you're getting on. If one of them's not working out, don't feel guilty. That I have a house full of tarantulas, and it's still to this day a HMAC. I'm just like, why do you want it? Because it drives me and it causes me so much stress. They do, because I feel like I have to, when we're rehoming it, I feel like I have to mentally prepare myself just in case. And I know I refer back to it, but it's always the one that gets us. They're crafty. The CVs as well, they're so playful. Don't get me wrong, I'm not so worried about them getting out, because they're not. The ones we've had have never been aggressive or anything. It's just they're so crafty. You try and get them in containers and you think, oh, I've got him in there and he's not in it. And you're like, well, how did you get out? And they'll be all off your arm and off the brush. And so some people do buy things and then they're like, oh, I really love it, but I can't deal with this. And, it's not shameful. You can so I think the show idea would be a really cool idea. I didn't realise, I would have thought stuff like that hadn't happened in London, but it's cool to hear that it happens in a lot of places. And
all over the country.
Yeah, it's obviously there's something we are gonna, we keep saying we're gonna do the YouTube, we're gonna get into this. This is blown up in our faces. We're so grateful and it's amazing, but we literally started this business 2 months ago. We weren't expecting this. We were expecting to do this for a couple hours each evening, get it going in a couple of years' time. But it's great. That sounds like something awesome, and I'm quite happy to take the day off.
The shows themselves are probably, in my opinion, the best place to go to get your name out as a trader, because they won't well, not all of them, but most of them won't accept, really dodgy traders, backstreet traders. They'll accept actual either real businesses or people that sell or real hobbyists that are selling on with a passion. And it's not always just about what money you can make at a show. It's about the connections you make with people as well. So they can meet the real you, the real people behind the business, have that conversation, because it goes on all day, and you can get friendly with other traders too. There are some that kind of dislike each other, but most of them get on really, really well, and you can kind of build a network there. Some even share others' pages on their own, even though it's a competition for business. So they're a really, really good place to go, in my opinion.
Emma, you get to know your tarantulas on a more personal level, don't you? So if you're selling to someone face to face, you could say, look, this one does this. This one's a twat. This one likes to bury water bowls. This one's really bolty.
People would love to hear that as well. They'd love to hear that personal touch side behind it, because they'll know that your stock is not just stock. You know, it's something that you care for, and they'll pick up on stuff like that at these shows. I mean, I've met people and I've thought, well, that person was just outright rude. I'm just not going to buy from them, whether they've got something I want or not, just because they didn't make time for anybody on their stand. But other people, I'm just like, wow, you're actually a really interesting person. And now I can go in and they all kind of know who I am now, which is nice. And say hi, and they're like, hi. It's really, really good.
I know. I think some people think as well, like there's rival between shops. You know, sometimes we get a bit daunted when people mention us. Like they'll give a list of the big ones, and then they mention us, and we're like, oh my God, we're not that big, but really appreciate it. But that's scary. Like, but yeah, no. That sort of, I do like going. There's some weird things as well I've been looking into that people find. I'm trying to find ways to communicate with some of my tarantulas. I know you're all going to think what, because we have some very shy tarantulas, and if they're adults and you need to sex them, there's ways of creating noises that make them think that there's a mate nearby, and it encourages them out. Because we've got a pokey who just won't come out, and when he came to us, he came in his enclosure and he ripped his molt to pieces, and I need he or she to come out to sex. And the trouble is when you replay the vibration through your phone, it's not the same sound. So I'm trying to use, like, there's this plastic I've got, really fun thin plastic, that I'm trying to recreate the sounds of their drumming to each other, and I managed to get him to come out to it in a distinct way. There are differences between different tarantulas. Like I found with the GBBs, if you bash a bit of wood very quickly, like over and over again on plastic, they're more likely to respond to that. Whereas some of the breeds will respond to a high-pitched noise. And I've noticed this pokey's been very shy, just goes away with any light in that. But this tiny bit, if I get a thin bit of plastic and wobble it, the sound of it must be very close to the vibrations that they create to communicate. So I'm trying to, he or she is starting to come out more. So, you know, I do have quite a personal relationship with some of these tarantulas. I know it sounds weird, but I'm quite fascinated.
I think this lockdown is really getting to you.
I do spend a lot of time with them. I know it sounds weird, but even before, when I was working full time, and I know it's weird. Sometimes I know, like, even though we got hundreds of tarantulas in the room and we're going through them, and I usually do the babies, I'll be like, right, now I'm worried. It's been 3 weeks now and this one hasn't eaten. And Lucian will be like, there's like 20 there. How do you know which one's which? And I'm like, they're my babies. I know who they are. I'm not allowed to name them because once you name something, it's yours. But I'm like, I know them. Obviously, some of them are similar, but you get the odd one that's very strong in character. Do you not talk to your babies, Alex?
I normally call them fucking stupid when they try and run out the pot. And I might have called that Incy Gold a bit of a dick for not webbing up the skull yet. Literally, I come down in the morning and I'm like, have we done it yet?
I've had
it's like a Finding Nemo when you can see the little ginger kid staring through the fish tank at the fish. I'm the little ginger kid and they are the fish.
They never do it when you want them. Like, did you see my video when I did rehouse the GBB?
Yes.
That thing is only webbed along the bloody door. It's got all them anchor points and various places, and it's webbed the freaking door instead. Absolute nightmare.
Mine webbed. The first thing it webbed up was its water bowl. So like, well, what do I do from here? You've got no water. Or it goes.
You just put one on top. Sorted. I must admit, we had a GBB, an adult female, come in, and she'd been with the same owner, like in the same container, for many years. And that wasn't the one we were essentially concerned with, but we thought This could be difficult. And we were correct. She did not like being moved and she turned into a ninja. So that was a definitely difficult rehoming. We were lucky that she was in one of those huge sort of like plastic fish tank ones because she'd sort of webbed up all around the sides and everything. But when you pulled the lid off, nothing was there. So you had a clear view of it all. It's just she had so many anchor points to the top that she could run out any direction. And she was big. So, yeah, that was fun. I didn't realize how difficult she was going to be. But once, like, she chilled out, once she was out of her home and she realized it wasn't going to happen anymore, she kind of did go into a package. But I know they seem to know where you need to get to them. They know, oh, there's your water bowl. I'm just gonna. The Arachnids are brilliant at like you fill their water bowl up, and literally the second you close their enclosures, they're like, "Ugh, ugh." It's like they're a child, and you're like, I just did that. Why did you do that? Or I've got one that likes sitting in it. She comes over because she can feel the vibrations. And she's like, oh, water. And then she just turns around and sits in it. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, I'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah, but my age then, I got a spray bottle to top the bowls up with, and it tries attacking the water as you're putting it in the bowl. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. I suppose to them it's just vibrations, they don't get it.
Yeah, and they've got such a crazy feeding response.
This is it. It was we were quite amusing. We were rehoming some yesterday, and they had a bit of a long journey. They got delayed, and there was this one, and it was being a bit difficult. It didn't want to come out. I'm trying to remember which breed it was, but it was only a very, very. It was like a large sling, so it was very small. And it was going mental. Once we managed to get it out of the tub, it was going mental all over the place. And it kind of accidentally fell into its water bowl. But you could see it hadn't had a drink in a while. And it just suddenly stopped and went, I'll just drink a sec. And it went down and drink. And we were just like, okay, we'll put the lid on now. He's chilled out. Like, that was quite fun and quite amusing. I have to start filming. I'm sure people will laugh at us rehoming stuff.
Change the subject. From this angle, you can see right on Sam's nose.
Sorry. I've just delayed the arrival of some of my new enclosures just so that Kelly can get some as well on the same order because I'm a nice bloody bloke.
What, save on postage?
Yeah. It's all right. This is only the little order anyway. The next one's going to cost me
my laptop or
a few £100, maybe 600 quid or something.
I've been told by boss lady that I am going to help you close up the live view eventually. So I don't know if we want to give a few minutes. Is there anything that anyone wants to like ask Sam about before he goes, or if there's anyone that's got something on their mind, maybe they just want everyone to know what creatures they've got, go for it, like ram it up on the comments now. And then I don't know.
I think even Adam gave that watch.
No one's replying. They're done.
They are done.
Didn't know if we want to wrap it up soon, but I've got dinner coming soon.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I've already ate. I'm hungry.
Right, what are you doing? How are you? You ate cigarettes out again, are you?
Huh?
Are you going to sing us out again?
Oh.
I already sang.
Yeah, but that was the new song. We're gonna start a weekly theme where you sing your Christmas song. Sam, have you heard Emma's Christmas song yet?
No.
Oh God.
No. There you go. One last time, just for Sam's benefit.
Okay. Just clear my voice. Oh Lord, won't you buy me some tarantulas? My friends say I have plenty. I just want some more. Worked hard all my lifetime, no help from my friends. So Lord, won't you buy me some teas for Xmas? That's it.
Genius.
Right.
Right.
End this stream. If anybody wants any stickers, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. Don't bother asking Sam because we won't send them. And if you want something for Emma, you got to buy spiders and you put them in the box.
I just noticed someone did actually write a question. What's the best docile blue tarantula for beginners?
I would say P. Sazavoy. Is that what
I was going to
say?
say Sazavoy.
Yeah. It's like I said, it always depends on the tarantula, but yeah, it's good to do a little bit of research. I know some people like blue tarantulas. It's also important to check if they're blue for their entire life. A lot of people go for versicolors and they do change color. They're very blue when they're young and then change color. But I just made a parrot sing. But yeah, no worries. If anyone wants to message us with any more questions, you got Bug Realms, and you can watch his YouTube videos. And I'm sure Alex is up there for questions as well.
If I don't know the answers, I'll ask somebody else and take the credit for it.
Thank you. But
Right.
thank you, everyone. It's been awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us, Sam and Emma.
Thanks, Sam.
Thanks for having me.
Do you think Sean's asleep on the sofa? Just left her mic on. Or
Yeah, I think it's so it can continue, because if you left, then it would shut down, wouldn't it? But I think that once everyone shuts down, it will go off. So
okay.
I'm off. I'm off to eat Chinese.
Thank you. Bye.